Amazon, you went and fucked it up. You went and fucked up your algorithms. You went and fucked up your rankings, and scammers are taking advantage of it. And I'm just sick and tired of it. I work my butt off to get my books up, and well, I do get into the tens of thousands of books in paid rankings, but this scammer somehow within the hour got from number 338,000 something all the way to number 1 in only 1 hour. Actually, the number was 385,841 in the Kindle store, which is an average ranking, which means he was sending roughly one copy every fortnight or so. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, he shows up at number 1. The best sellers in the Kindle store entirely. He even sold more than Harry Potter. Oh boy, you know something is up when a indie book, no offense, an indie book beats out Harry Potter. You know something's up. I mean, I'm not saying any book can't be good, but I've read this book, at least the preview of it. It's pure crap. It's toilet. It's roughly a toilet water. It's garbage. Basura. Garbage. It's fucking garbage. And yet it has a paid ranking right now of 28. 28. Tell me, when does a crappy book get to number 28? And it ranks 1 in fantasy. And yet Amazon does absolutely nothing about it. Estoy mal de otra cosa. That's my mother worried I'm making sure I'm not saying anything funny, but this is not funny. This is yeah. How does Andy go off get from? I'm not saying it can't happen. I've gone from 300 something thousand all the way to 40,000, 30,000, but that's more of an app. But that's because I get legitimate downloads, and legitimate ratings. It makes me think this is more of a witch hunt against me because shit, and it's an insult because it makes me wonder why do nobody want to buy OV from indie authors. Because a lot of indie authors are scammers. They use boosters, illegal boosting to help their books. I mean, this is, and unfortunately, this is not a new problem, ladies and gentlemen. It's really it's not the first time it's happened. And Amazon's continued inaction is increasingly baffling. Makes me think, why should I even continue? Why bother? Why bother releasing good content when I could just write a really crappy book, pay $59 and get a bunch of people to quick form my books? Why do I even bother to use my imagination? Why? I'll tell you why. Because I love it. This is how I make my living. I love being imaginary. I hate scamming people. But yet, if I wanted to write like an accountant, I could do it. And the problem is just, it's not the same. It's not the first time. A quick form title also hit number 1 in the Kindle store. No surprise there. And the biggest problem is that it affects visibility for, legitimate books like mine. It does affect, affect visibility. It makes it harder for books like mine. My friends in my writing groups. My friends in the Hybrid Nation, it makes it hard for them to get visibility because that's what they need to get sales. And then when you get garbage like this making it all the way up with only 21 reviews, and I think people are starting to catch on to the idea that this is a scam, since I see 20% of 1-star ratings and just 40% 5-star ratings. So I think people are catching on, but I don't think the 1-star ratings are enough. I don't think 1-star rating the book is going to be enough because he's still selling. He's still number 28. He's only fallen 27 spots since he got to number 1. and repeated assurances were given that the entire leadership at Amazon was taking the scammer problem very seriously. But they also stressed that the problem wasn't as bad as my friends are making it as out, and that this stuff never hits the charts and remains largely invisible to customers. Sure it does. What do people normally buy? On Amazon, they want to buy a good book. They don't want to read a crappy book that has a ranking of 1,100,000, even though that could be the best book ever. But because it doesn't sell, people don't want it. They want the number one book. What is the number one book on Amazon right now? And right there, that's where the problem lies. Because number one, now even I lose confidence in buying books. Even I lose confidence in reading, because it makes me think, just because it's number one doesn't mean it's good. And truth be told, just because it is number one, it doesn't mean it's good. It could be a whole piece of garbage, as I would, buy this book. By the way, I'm putting it on blast. I don't care. It's called Dragon Soul, by Carl Kandanjin. I can't even pronounce his name, but I'm putting it on blast. If you want to look it up, just Dragon Soul in the Kindle store. It's number 28, and if you read the preview, I am not really impressed. This is one book that I'm not impressed at all with. This is I could easily just give this a 1-star rating based on the previews, and the fact that he's a scammer makes me want to just go into Amazon and give him a 1-star rating, even though I didn't buy the book. But I know that's kind of unethical, and I probably won't do it anyway. But my angry instincts tell me that I should just get no revenge. Just show me how it feels. But then the Hybrid Nation group will show up, and there'll be a whole lot of complaints against me. So better to just keep it shut and keep it here on YouTube. But I want people to make this viral. I'm asking you, my friends, family, fans. I'm gonna send you this. I want you to see this and make this viral. I want Amazon to start putting these fakers to justice. Start taking out their books, because this is not fair to me. I write an epic book that people love and praise. Even some of my rough reviewers, my friends who kind of gave me rough treatment, said the new cover and the new story, and they love it. In fact, I think one of my rough reviewers purchased a copy from the UK. So I just feel like I want to do it the hard way, because it's more honest. I want to do things the honest way. Unfortunately, reading these scams makes me think it's never going to happen. And the development since, it's made a mockery. It has become a mockery by some unknown writer. Meanwhile, I've had 6 books written, and yet I can't get above 10,000. Does that mean the books are crappy? No, my books are not crappy. It just means I just don't have the visibility. The visibility of mine are just taken over by scammers. While I could get over the fact that there are books that are probably better than mine, but the problem is the book we were talking about, I got to number 1 yesterday or last night. It's a scam. It's not really a good book. It really sucks balls, and a lot of people think the same thing as well. And a lot of authors they were skeptical, and for good reason. Now, I'm not going to give you a playbook on how to spot quick form books, because I'm no expert myself, but this was a particularly obvious case. A book released last year and has only managed to get 21 reviews, in a year, while mine has gotten close to 60 reviews in a year's time. So I got triple the amount of reviews than this joker has, and yet I'm not selling as much as this guy. Go figure, right? Which is why I want this video to be viral. I want to expose cheaters. I hate cheaters. For me, cheaters and thievery, you might as well put a gun to my head and shoot me. It hadn't been out for 9 months with little or no sales history. My book, if you look at it, it's got plenty of history. Close to 60 reviews. It usually hangs around between 45,000 and 100,000, the sales ranking. Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days. Today I kind of sold about 5 copies, without exaggeration. It's not a big day. Sometimes I had days I sold 20. But come on, I can't win every day. But I'm happy to, as long as I'm selling, something. And now my friends really are. Like one of my friends just now, Danny Weavers. I hope you'll be watching this soon. He said, I hope he gets banned, and I'm writing back. I'm doing a podcast. He says he hopes he gets banned. And yes, I mean, you may call me a spoiler sport, or just a missable, losing author. But he needs to be banned. He did something against the rules. You're not supposed to. It's against Amazon policy to use quick farms to garnish sales. That is not fair. And another problem is, I think I discussed in the previous video, is that it takes away from our KU pot. And what gets me more angry is that I have a bigger Facebook following. I got more followers on Twitter. People follow me more. And this joker has only 57 likes on his Facebook page. I got, let's say, maybe triple, maybe close to quadruple the amount of followers on my Facebook page. And just a few dozen followers on Twitter. I mean, come on now. He's got 32 followers. Amazon, you have fucked it up. 32 followers, and yet he's selling more than me. I have over 4,000 followers. No, something is definitely wrong with this picture. And just 9 subscribers and a Patreon with no patrons. I need to have patrons paying for my stuff. So, to say that this was a dramatic increase in the book's fortunes would be an understatement. Amazon has another chart called Movers and Shakers, which tracks the books which have made the biggest leaps up the charts in the last 24 hours, which is supposedly a tool that could be easily used to spot scammers. But this guy is still selling. This book is still out for sale. So apparently not. Apparently people are still stupid enough to buy the damn book. If you can read that shit. And I got a blog post from a federal officer friend. Aside from emailing Amazon directly, which he tried, and I think I'm gonna try to retweet a few of these. And authors have been quicker to react, asking what the writer, how he did it, and his name response was friends in high praises, I guess, if you know what I mean. Yeah, friends in very high praises. I got friends in very high places. I got friends in Mexico. I got friends in Australia. I got friends in Britain. I got friends in the United States. I got legitimate but this one thing I could say is they're all legitimate friends, and they're all legitimately rooting for me. So how do you even sell books with only 32 followers on Twitter and 59 followers on Facebook? Or it's 57, whatever, it's in the 50s. Quick farms. That's how he did it. Adopting scammer tactics. And it's pretty obvious this guy used a quick farm to artificially borrow his book using Kindle Unlimited. And now I'm kind of starting to understand why people don't want to enroll in the Kindle Unlimited program or KDP Select because of scammers. And and depending on what the author is trying to achieve, they can download free books, borrow KU books, and through borrowed books to generate leads, which will then be paid out on the Camino KU pot. And I hate to say, these services are easy to find, so after this podcast, I could just easily go and it could just easy. I could easily just buy a service and I could be on top of the world, but I'm not gonna do that. I won't resort myself to that of a scam. No. And these fake borrows are equivalent to a sale for ranking purposes, and a few thousand of them at the same time can be enough to put you at the top of the charts. Because, I mean, last month I made close to 200 sales, 150 sales to be exact, but they're all legitimate sales. No quick farms, no. And I'm kind of happy with that for now. At least I'm doing things the honest way here. And unfortunately, we're not talking about the underworld, the dark nets. These services are open to the public, and here's a sample of the services they offer. For $59, you can get 100 guaranteed KU bottles. So that means you get 100 quick farms, 100 fake downloads of your book, and that could shoot you up to the to at least the 5,000s, if not higher. Or if you're willing to pay $109, you could get 200 KU bottles that would guarantee that you'll be in the top 100. Or if you want to pay $209, you can get 1,000 bottles with a guaranteed 5 ranking in any category. They also provide paid reviews, ghostwriting services, and the works, fake authors, fake books, fake bottles. Basically, this is how you can be rich, being an author. By being a complete phony. It's an insult. It really is an insult. I know I'm going on 15 minutes of ranting, but this is a very important rant. And other companies would guarantee 300 to 500 sales for a certain period of 15,000 free downloads and appearance on. And anyone who's had a book bub, I haven't done that, so I wouldn't know. In the last few months, we'll probably have been spammed afterwards by one of these shady sites looking for business. And these services are cheap. And they have all been reported to Amazon without any action taken. So, unfortunately, it's become really easy to manipulate your way up to the top. Just have a few $100 saved up in the bank, and Amazon won't do anything about it. And according to this blog, the title is still 1,682 at the charts of writing, hovering up bottles, sucking down money from the author pot, and stealing visibility from genuine, hard-working authors, despite the 1-star reviews clearly stating that this man is writing a crappy book and scamming his way to the top. And yet the KDP announced yet another drop for Kindle Unlimited authors, and rates have been steadily dropping for now, and you get these phonies, sucking up the pot. What's going to be left for us legitimate authors? And the scamming is even worse over there, because it takes fake balls to hit the top of the charts in markets such as Australia, Germany, the United Kingdom, and Canada. One day I looked at the Canadian top 40, and one author had 14 books in the charts. 14! Those same exact books were over the Australian top 20 and a block together at the back of the UK top 100 and around 200 in the US Kindle store as well. So, can you connect these? A huge uptick in scamming and a drop in KU payouts? So in other words, legitimate indie authors are paying the price for these scammers. And Amazon claims to be taking the problem seriously, but I don't think they're taking the problem as serious as they really should. But as they're not even acting or reporting these assholes breaking into the very top of the US Kindle store, so the claim is hard to swallow. And at the end of the day, us legitimate authors are just made to be look like miserable people who can't stand over people winning. I'm not a miserable person. I can stand over people winning if they do it legitimately. But now if they're doing it illegitimately, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to put you on blast. And I urge you, I'm going to put the link to the book on my YouTube. And I urge you to leave 1-star reviews. If you just read the preview known, just drop a 1-star review. Don't buy the book, just drop it. Let's take this, at least give me some justice. Make me feel better about myself. Because damn, it sucks. Because Amazon, you ain't fucked it up. Fix this fucking problem now. I demand justice. And I'm gonna share this with all my friends, and I want you to put it virally. I want you to share and make this video viral. And I think that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I can whine about. So, later.